Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. My name is Fred, and I want to give you an exclusive inside peek of the audio for the podcast that's coming out soon, titled Let Me Explain, featuring me and two of my best friends. This podcast will cover different topics of anime, video games, lifestyle, and reactions to different videos that we may sit down and watch together as a group. This right here is something very special and something I've been working on very hard. So I hope you enjoy some of the audio that you're about to listen to in this video. And as always, it's not about the destination, but it's always about the journey. Peace. So what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to the podcast. My name is Fred, your humble Gus, also known as Last True Kage. Here with some really good friends of mine that I appreciate coming out here today for doing this podcast with me. And hopefully we can keep this up every month until we can get the viewer and the listenership to a quality where it can sustain life outside of life. What's going on, Corey, man? How you doing, man? Corey, a.k.a. Corey Cobanks, a.k.a. the big man on campus, a.k.a. Mr. Miami. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. You know, I don't really claim all that, but you know, it is at Corey Cobanks. If you want to come find me, glad to be here.
Appreciate it, man.
The question I have, I'm pretty sure everybody has. What we gonna talk about?
Well, hold on, man. Slow your roll, man. Slow your roll. We got to introduce the other great friend of mine where both of you have never met until today. Daniel, a.k.a. Mr. Templar, a.k.a. the Knights Roundtable, the man who has over 1,000+ followers on Twitch, Mr. Game himself. How you doing, sir?
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? zTemplarz, across all platforms, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, you name it. That's the gaming handle right there. But I'm doing good. I'm excited to finally sit down and get this going. This has been a big dream of yours. So I'm ready to help you out, man. Sky's the limit. Let's do it.
Appreciate it, man. And to answer Corey's question, we're here today because I felt like individually we have great conversations about just life, anime, games, talking about work a little bit. And I was thinking, man, maybe somebody else would appreciate the conversations that we have. I worked with Daniel for multiple years. I've been friends with Corey since middle school, like 2006, 7, somewhere around that ballpark.
And we're 30 now.
And we're 30. Well, we're not going to mention age around Daniel because that's a whole different.
I'm not outside of 30 yet, so calm down. I got a 3 in there.
Yeah. That's definitely true. But yeah, man, I thought this was really going to be a dope opportunity. Plus, both of y'all had never met before, so I thought it would be a very interesting dynamic for do a podcast with two of my best friends, and then have two of my best friends possibly become friends with each other. Because actively on the text thread that I have made for us since I thought about making a podcast, it seemed like we only been talking individually on there, even though it's all three of us in a text thread. So, I found that to be very interesting. Today, the very first topic, we're just going to go ahead and get off the back. Saitama versus Krillin.
That's where you want to go?
That's
what you want to do?
That's on the list of topics.
Controversy, episode 1. Let's do it.
Oh, that reminds me too. So the podcast is named Let Me Explain. This is episode 1 of the podcast. What do you usually call pilot? In the TV show, the very first episode is usually called a pilot, just to see would that TV show be picked up in the network or not. So this is episode 1, pilot. And the controversy is not really controversial though, because Krillin would decimate Saitama. Yeah, I don't think that's really controversial. I think that's a very easy answer.
I want to jump in real quick, just interject on this. I'm not a big watcher of One Punch Man, but I have seen some of the fight scenes, and Krillin doesn't really have any planet busting abilities.
According to who?
According to what we seen. I'm just according to what we done seen now. And I seen Saitama blow up a ship almost the size of the United States. Am I wrong?
Well, y'all can't see me, but I'm doing, air fist bumps here because Saitama, to me, based on what I've seen across watching Dragon Ball Z, watching One Punch Man, I can't speak on the manga, and I already know Fred's that's where he's going to go with it. Saitama will wipe the floor with Krillin.
Okay, so
100%,
this is
no chance. If you want to argue that Krillin could potentially win with his key powers, okay, but
he will wipe the floor
No.
with Saitama, and this is the reason why. This is the reason
I'm
why.
gonna let you explain because that's the name of the podcast.
Thank you.